Hi guys. Hello. Happy Sunday. What's going on? Okay, so kind of a weird background. I'm actually in my bed. Yep. Hair's in a bun in my bed today. It's Sunday. And it's been one of those days, we got up and went on a little walk this morning, did a little yoga at home, and we've just been having a down day. And if you guys are here on Facebook, let me know you're here. Say hi to me. Wave, tell me where you're coming from. But yeah, this is day 20. And I'm good. Thanks for asking. This is day 20 of my Leadership Live series. And, you guys, high performers need rest too, right? Like we all need a little rest. And so today I'm just, I had this urge to like go out and really hike and do all these things, but we just went on a walk. We just went on a walk. We did a little yoga this morning and I'm just really relaxing. I've actually been working in bed, drinking a lot of tea and taking care of myself. So down days are good. All right, so what I want, hi Sandra, hi Gloria. What's up, you guys? Hi Gloria. So what I'm going to be talking about today is, a lot of times we're getting caught up in how we need to take care of ourselves during COVID. And we're getting caught up in all these different protocols and immune system protocols and all the things that we need to buy, and consume in order to protect ourselves and our health. And I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, so that's why I'm looking back and forth. But you guys, you really have some options that if you don't have a big budget for your healthcare, that's okay. Like we can do things that are free that really will mitigate, the possibility of us contracting this respiratory infection, this virus. So I wanted to share with you two things that will actually kind of layer on top of later in the week. I'll be going through some other protocols. And if you do have a budget for this, we'll be going over that later in the week. But there's two things you can do, in my opinion, right now, today, for free, that will literally boost your immune system. And these are things you've heard before, but I'm going to actually break it down and framework it for you in a different way so that it can land with you and you can understand a little bit better. Okay. Hi, Summer. Hi, Les from Jerome. And hi, Cedro. How are you? I know Sandra's joining us from Florida. So right now the weather's getting better, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is there's two ways that we can improve our immune system right this second, right now, today. The first is regulate your eating, and I'm going to share with you how to do that. And what I mean is, it's not so much, it is always about what you eat, but this is also going to be about how often or frequently you eat. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is vitamin D and the way that you get it and the sources that you get it from and how it can be free. If you don't want to spend $10 or $12 on a bottle of vitamin D, I'm going to share with you how we can kind of get a twofer to get our vitamin D that's free. Okay. So let's go back to the intermittent fasting. And I don't even like calling it that, okay, because I don't want to scare you. But timing of our food is important, you guys. So when we are constantly fed and overfed, our body doesn't have any resilient factor kick in. So our body gets stronger when we become more resilient. And a hormetic stressor, which is increasing the length of time between your meals, is a great way to increase your immune response, okay? Causing resiliency, where your body has to go back into that response of getting stronger because it's not actually getting fed constantly. Our society likes to feed ourselves all day long. And listen, I know this is an issue right now, because we're at home, right? We have access to all this food. So what I've done for some of my clients is created a window where, the kitchen's closed for certain times of the day or for a majority of the day, and it's open for certain windows, and that's all. And there's a rule in the family, in the house, that is where, we stay, is that's where we eat. Those are the times that we eat. So don't get caught in this intermittent fasting thing or fasting. Don't let that word scare you. Just mitigate your eating windows. So what I would suggest as a starting point is, if you're used to eating constantly or doing the snacking and all these things that people like to do in our culture, what I would really recommend that you do right now is spread your meals out longer. So for example, 2 or 3 days a week, start with skipping breakfast and having a very late lunch and then eating dinner early. Okay, so what that will do is it will keep your windows smaller. So for example, this morning I had my first meal at 12:30 p.m. and last night I had dinner at 5. Right? So the last time I ate yesterday was 5 p.m., 5:30 when I finished, and then I ate today around 12:30. So it gives me a very big window of where my body is in a fasted, I do this in quotations, state, okay? So what that's going to do is it's going to trigger an autophagy response, right? So that autophagy response is really important for our cell regeneration, which is awesome. But the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting is what it also triggers is good, healthy gut microbiome. So really that's the end result of the intermittent fasting or the timed eating right now. What we really want to make sure we're doing is taking really good care of our digestive and our microbiome. So I don't know if you guys know this, but 80% of our immune cells are in our digestive system. And our microbiome is an organism all in itself. Okay, you guys, it's an organism all in itself. Hi, Mary. Hi, Lori. Yes, Gloria, it does help you control you when you set yourself up for a window. So if you're thinking about 80% of your immune system and your response starts in your gut and in your gut microbiome, intermittent fasting actually helps increase good, healthy gut microbiome. Okay, so I encourage people to space out their eating so that it's more timed and less frequent. The other thing I encourage you to do is a really good way for free to increase your good gut microbiome is to make sure you're getting very high fiber food. Now, I know a lot of us are stuck without a lot of really fresh food right now, but that's okay. If you stocked up and you have some frozen vegetables, it's a really good way to every time you eat. So if you're eating at 12:30 and say 5:30 like me, maybe both of those meals are full of some frozen veggies that you make really delicious by sauteing in some olive oil and garlic and onion for some more good immune boosters. Those foods have lots of immune boosters in them. And also, maybe doing some aminos, some Bragg's aminos or some coconut aminos for some flavor, okay? Throwing in a good healthy source of protein and you're set. So I really would recommend you guys stick with that kind of a protocol for really good free way to increase your immune system. Okay, so timed eating or intermittent fasting really kind of kills two birds with one stone, right? It's actually setting us up for autophagy, which is helping cell regeneration and giving us resiliency with our immune system, but it is also increasing our gut microbiome, which is very important. Okay, so that's number one. Tomorrow, I'm going to continue this kind of series I'm going to do on increasing your immune system. This first one, free ways, maybe your next tomorrow will be on, maybe a little bit higher income, higher price point. So if you have like $30 to spend on your immune health, I'll give you some ideas and some things to do there. If you maybe have $60 to spend, I'll give you some things to do there. So we'll really kind of make this for anyone's budget, okay? But you get to control your health, you guys. Our bodies were meant to be healthy. We were not meant to be in a disease state. Okay, our bodies want to be healthy. It's just we've been mistreating them for a very long time, okay, in our current culture. All right, so number two free way, in my opinion, this is, of course, my opinion, and if you're listening to me, you probably, in some form, value my opinion. So my second free way is, and I know this is like everyone hears about vitamin D, but let me explain this to you guys. Vitamin D is being shown now to be even healthier or even better for our immune systems than even vitamin C. And a good healthy dose of that fat-soluble vitamin is really important because it does elicit a hormone response, but it also have these immunological cells on it. So the vitamin D is really important for our immune health because it does, I don't want to get too sciencey, but it does attach to our T cells, which then again get into our immunological system, and it really helps our defense system. So they've shown, and it's been proven, that if you do have a vitamin D deficiency, you are at a much higher risk of not only developing a virus, but specifically respiratory virus. Specifically. And it also can cause a lot of lung problems, bronchitis, and pneumonia. So a lot of these respiratory illnesses are going back to a lot of vitamin D deficiency. So a lot of people and overtraining. Don't overtrain right now. I'll get onto that in a minute. Don't overexercise right now. Worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do. It destroys a lot of our immune system. So I'll get to that in a minute. So what you want to do is get vitamin D. So I know vitamin D is costs money. So I'm going to tell you how to get vitamin D without spending money on a supplement. If you don't have it, that's okay. You can still get it. Look, you guys, it's beautiful outside. It's getting to that time of year, right, where the sun is out more. Okay, so this is what I would recommend. This is another twofer. You can get a good dose of vitamin D if you go outside with short sleeves on or shorts for 30 minutes a day. Now, I know they talk a lot about wearing your sunscreen. Yes, I wear sunscreen on my face, and for a few minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, I try to get sunshine on my body. Okay, that's going to increase your body's natural ability to develop and produce its own vitamin D. But the other thing that does is when you're outside, you're likely moving. Right? You're likely moving when you're outside. And the other thing that people don't understand about being outside is, yes, you're probably getting some exercise being outside. You're getting that boost of vitamin D, but you guys, listen, there's something that nobody really talks about being outside, and they're called phytoncides. I know, it's a funny word, phytoncides. Phytoncides. What are those? Anybody heard of those before? I'm curious to see if anyone's ever heard of that word before. Because nobody talks about it. And it's crazy because being outside, what happens is when we're outside, this chemical is actually produced by plants. It is an airborne chemical that is produced by plants. And do you know what that chemical does? It increases our white blood cell count. Nature is healing in so many ways. And so if you are thinking about this in a way that, okay, I want to increase my vitamin D, I'm going to get outside, that's going to do it without me having to spend any money, and you're going to get the benefit of those chemicals that plants release, especially if you're in a wooded area or an area where there's a lot of nature and greens, grass, trees, different things like that, you're going to get even more. So that's why they talk about forest bathing. That's one of the main reasons why, is that chemical that is released by plants into the air, that is airborne, that gets into our system, and it increases our white blood cells. Pretty big deal. Phytoncides. Okay, so now I told you some twofers, right? Because when we talked about intermittent fasting or timed eating, we got into the autophagy aspect. We also got into the improved gut microbiome, which we know now is 80% of our immune system. Did you guys get that? So that's one free way, and you kind of get a twofer with that, right? The next free way is to get outside and get vitamin D that way. You're going to likely be moving, which we know is good for us, and we're also going to get the benefit of that plant chemical that we're going to get through the air, and it's going to help us increase our white blood cells. I know it sounds crazy, but it's all true and it's all science. I love me some science. You guys know that. If you're watching me or watching me at all, science is king. So I just wanted to share those things with you. So I want to get people out of this space of, I don't have the money, I can't afford these supplements, I can't afford to do these things, I can't afford, an IV drip of, vitamin C and vitamin D, I can't afford, to do all these things that people are doing right now on Instagram and all these influencers are recommending. But there's ways you can do this for free. And I wanted to make sure I was a source of support and knowledge, so that you don't feel like there aren't things you can do right this second, today. You still have the rest of the day to do these things, right? You can skip dinner tonight. You can go out for a long 30, only need 30 minutes outside, right? With your skin showing. And so do that. You have time today to still get that done and improve your immune system. So if you guys find this information helpful, let me know. I'd really love your feedback. I'm asking for it. I'm also asking you to do another thing for me. So I have committed myself to continually learning daily, even more so than I typically do. I spent my entire morning on a podcast called the Wild Health Summit, and I spent all day doing that and learning more information. I'm committed to doing that for you, but what I really want to ask of you is, if you're finding this information that I'm sharing with you, this is day 20 of me sharing, I really invite you to share these lives, invite people to them, because it's generous, right? If there's things that I'm saying that you think can help people and support people through this time, please share them. I really ask you to do that. It's important that we all get to be leaders and we all get to show up for each other. So if you do find this valuable, if you are enjoying it, please feel free to share. I also want to remind you guys that I do the free live workouts in my Facebook group every single day, Monday through Friday, live for you. So it's usually a paid program that I do for my clients, but I'm opening up for you guys right now because I find it's so valuable and so needed. So if you're wanting home workouts that you can do at all levels, I give all different modifications. Some are really intense and I give you modifications. Some are a little more gentle and I give you modifications to make it harder. I do all sorts of stuff, and I actually have my group vote on what they want to see more of. So today I posted a poll and people really want to have a total body weight workout tomorrow, so that's what we're going to do. And I just value your feedback. I want to serve and I want to support you and I want to be generous during this time. So if there's things that you need from me or you have questions on, please ask. Ask in this thread, tag me, and I'm happy to get back to you and support you through this. We all get to be healthy through this. We all get to be our best through this. We all get to not be complacent through this. We all get to really step up and raise our capacity through this. And there's not a better time to be paying attention to your health first. There is no better time, you guys. The time is now. We get to be part of the solution by paying attention and taking care of our health. I mean, if there's ever been a time where you get to be part of a worldwide solution that you can actually contribute to, is that you keep yourself healthy so that you're not a statistic and you're not taking up a hospital bed. I hate to say it, but it's your responsibility. Okay, so there's free things you can do to do that, and I'm going to be here to support you through this. So tomorrow, if you want to hear more about these different ways to increase your immune system, no matter what your budget is, I'm happy to come back and share more. Maybe not from my bed tomorrow, it'll be Monday, but today I'm in bed with my tea and my computer, and I'm real chillaxing today. It's Sunday. Like I said, high performers are even in need of a break, right? So even if you consider yourself a high performer and you want to go and you want to go and you want to go, you still get to have some downtime, right? Okay, guys, thanks for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. I am honored you choose to allow me to influence your mind and your health. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. One more thing, I will let you all know. I am still enrolling 2 more people into my 60-day high performance health program. I still have 2 more spots. I can't believe the shifts people are already making, you guys. If you haven't seen my stories, my clients that just started are rocking it. And it's a really great time to have accountability for your health, for your performance, for staying on top of your game, right? Reaching your goals, exceeding them, and staying committed to your health. So if you're interested in that, let me know if this is you. If you're like, it's just time for me. I need support. I need guidance. I don't really know where to start. I don't want to put my head in the sand. I want to show up. If you need that right now and you know I'm your girl and you want a coach that won't cuddle you but will be real with you and support you and pull you forward into your highest level of greatness, then that's me. So reach out to me. I've got 2 spots left for that 60-day program. And I've never done that before. Never done a 60-day. I've only done 6 months or a year, so this is new for me. It might be a new way I pivot my business. Who knows? This might be what you guys really want. It's just 60 days of really intense work, to get you moving in the right direction. Anyhow, I hope that was supportive for you guys. I hope you learned something. And again, please share if you found this supportive. I would appreciate it very much. Okay, have a wonderful Sunday, and thank you for being here again. And I will see you tomorrow for day 21. 3 weeks quarantine.